Topping today's news, the governing Progressive Liberal Party continues to vet potential candidates. Parliamentary Registrar making it easier for you to register and to transfer. The Bahamas Science and Historic Agreement with Kosovo and the National Insurance Board contributions looking up. Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Jarino Saunders. This is your JCN Evening News. It's a pleasure to have you join us. On Thursday night, the governing Progressive Liberal Party expected to announce several newly ratified candidates to run in this year's general elections, adding to the 16 candidates already ratified. On Tuesday night at the party's headquarters, several prospective candidates and their supporters, including incumbents, met with the candidates committee. That includes the Prime Minister of the Bahamas, Prime Minister Philip Davis. Former party deputy chairman Robin Lyons was one of them. She said she is open to running wherever the party believes she will fit best.
I thought that declaring for an area where there was a sitting MP who had not determined that they wished to resign or to proceed would have caused internal division and been a bit disrespectful. And so what I've done is put in a general letter of interest to the party, and I think the party will have to make a determination as to what constituencies are available and see what would be a best fit for the qualities that I possess.
Incumbent and Minister of National Security Wayne Munro is being challenged by entrepreneur Ominique Bowe. Ms. Bowe explains why she is offering herself to the public, while Munro says he welcomes her challenge.
The last incident in Freetown, a young man had to shield 2 children and he lost his life. You understand me? He was not even the target. So I am tired of that. I want to free the young men who cannot come out of Freetown. And I want them to be able to go anywhere in this country because they should not be like prisoners in their own country. You understand? So I want to do some things with the at-risk youth, the young girls, the young men, the little children, and I also take care of the grandmothers and the less fortunate.
She has stepped forward. She has sought the nomination again. I hope and pray that I'm successful again. But she is a PLP, as I say, after the last election. Even though she had sought the nomination unsuccessfully, I sponsored her application to become a Justice of the Peace, which was successful. And I had her appointed to the Rehabilitation of Offenders Committee, which is in my ministry. You can't get petty about this thing, especially in family.
Businessman Keno Wong is challenging Chris Saunders in St. Anne's. In 2021, Saunders received 35% of the vote, lost to the F&M's Adrian White, who received 57% of the votes. House Speaker and Bamboo Town Member of Parliament Patricia DeVoe ending speculations about her seeking a nomination, and she will run again. She also addressed the committee last night. She appeared before the committee along with other MPs that are sitting now, including Yamacraw's MP Zane Lightbourne and Marathon MP Lisa Raming. The PLP expects to announce all 41 ratified candidates by the end of this month. There were calls for his resignation when he first announced his interest to be a PLP candidate in the 2026 elections. Now, the ZNS General Manager Clint Watson is facing fresh calls for his resignation following an incident with Darren Cooper, host of the Freeport-based radio talk show on Rhythms 102.7. That was on Tuesday. F&M Chairman Dr. Dwayne Sands said in a statement that Mr. Watson should resign immediately, citing concerns about political neutrality and public confidence in the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas. Cooper was critical of the government for hosting senior staff members at ZNS Freeport to a dinner reception at the exclusive Dolphin Cove, while ordinary citizens on Grand Bahama are struggling and staff at the Grand Lucayan laid off. Mr. Cooper said while Mr. Watson was told that he could call into the program, but not allowed airtime or in-studio airtime, he said Mr. Watson arrived at the station in Freeport unannounced, describing that move as inappropriate and an abuse of authority. Mr. Watson is seeking the PLP's nomination for Southern Shores, but he is in a fierce battle with PLP Deputy Chairman Obi Roberts. The Parliamentary Registration Department says it is removing unnecessary barriers in the voter registration process while maintaining legal safeguards to protect the integrity of the voter registration or the voter register. Parliamentary Commissioner Harrison Thompson outlined several documentations that have changed and are now in effect.
Additional satellite registration stations have now been activated across New Providence. These stations are intended to expand access for eligible Bahamians, particularly those who are unable to attend registration centers during regular working hours.
According to the commissioner, the changes are intended to assist voters who previously faced challenges completing transfers or replacing cards due to documentation hurdles. However, Thompson cautioned that while some requirements have been removed, the obligation to provide accurate information remains firmly in place.
The Parliamentary Registration Department is in the process of modernizing its regulation and registration and verification operations through the use of geospatial system that allows each resident to be identified and pinned to a physical structure. This process ensures that the address provided by an applicant corresponds with an actual building.
The department says verification exercises will still be conducted in accordance with the Parliamentary Elections Act. Penalties remain for providing false information during the registration period. A 45-year-old man was due to be arraigned before the magistrate's court today in connection with the murder of police reservist Lennox Williams last year in June. Williams was fatally shot while making a deposit at the RBC Palmdale location. He managed to shoot dead one of his assailants. Another man was arraigned in connection with this murder, and he remains on remand at the Bahamas Department of Correctional Services. And finally, in this segment, on Tuesday, an historic agreement was signed at the Bahamas Embassy in Washington, D.C. The document executed between the Bahamas and the Republic of Kosovo provides for mutual exemption of entry visa requirements for holders of diplomatic, service, and ordinary passports for citizens of each country. Signing for the Bahamas was the Bahamas ambassador to the United States, Wendell K. Jones, while Ilir Degoli, Kosovo's ambassador to the United States, signed on behalf of his country. Diplomatic relations between the Bahamas and Kosovo was established in December of 2025. You're watching JCN TV News. We'll take a break here. We'll be right back following these commercials.